are. Um, Welcome to the Pre-K-12 Education Programs webinar. I see Sophia and Ryan. Welcome. This is going to be pretty informal. So if you have any questions as we go through, please stop and ask questions, and we'll also leave some time at the end for any questions that you may have. Next slide, please. We have a few members of our team joining us tonight. Dr. McClure is not able to join us tonight, so hopefully you'll be able to hear from her sooner than later. I'm Claudine Davis. I'm a professor of practice and the advisor for the MAT program, and I will let my colleagues introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Ginger Whitten. I am the recruitment coordinator for the pre-K-12 education program. I'm also the newly minted clinical placement coordinator.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Bourgeois. I am the program manager for pre-K-12 education programs. I'm also the assessment coordinator and the advisor for the MED program.
The education programs are housed in the School of Professional Advancement. As you can see on this slide, Tulane has many schools within the university itself. And the School of Professional Advancement is one of the schools that makes up Tulane. And we offer quite a few programs for both undergraduates and graduates. For our undergraduate programs, we kind of collaborate with some of the other schools that you see listed on the screen because the undergraduates can have a primary major as well as a coordinate major with the education programs that's housed in professional advancement. So at some point, many of the other schools are collaborating with us for the students to take advantage of the programs that are offered. The School of Professional Advancement has two locations. One is on the Uptown campus where the education programs are housed. We have a home, so to speak, in Richardson, as well as one of the houses on Ferret. That's where we're located. However, the School of Professional Advancement also has a campus in Elmwood. Our programs have been designed to make sure that we are able to address the needs of both our students as well as the schools and our communities. So our MAT and MED programs are new, which means that they have been newly designed and are centered around the most updated research and details that help us to create offerings that students are interested in. And so you'll see some of the details as we get into the slides later. We not only have the graduate programs, but we offer graduate certificates that are very much aligned to some of the educational trends. We have amazing faculty members. Many of them are very experienced in the field in which they are currently teaching. And so they bring in a combination of the theory as well as their experience and the just up-to-date strategies and things that are currently being used inside of schools and nonprofits, as well as some of the like city agencies and public administration, that sort of thing, because one of our programs does work very closely with the public administration program because of our leadership track. Next slide, please.
This is what we'll be discussing tonight. We'll talk about the programs and faculty, learning experience, student support, and then the affordability and flexibility of the programs here in pre-K-12.
Hi, so as Claudine was saying, these are a few of our adjunct professors. 3 of them are professors of EDLA 2000, which is Teaching in a Diverse Society. And Monica Stevens is a child and adolescent psychology professor. So these are just a few of our faculty that you will probably get to know on your road to your MAT. Next slide. And as Claudine was saying, most of our faculty has experience in the classroom, and modeling teaching is, I think, one of the most important ways to learn teaching. I was a teacher for quite a few years, and I never stopped observing other teachers. I think it's really the best way to learn how to be a teacher is to go into other people's classrooms, take from it, decide what you want to do, what you don't want to do as you move through your experience. But modeling and looking at other teachers and how they teach is one of the most valuable experiences.
We just started offering, as Claudine said, master's programs at PreK-12. We have a Master of Arts in Teaching program, and then also a Master of Education program. The Master of Arts in Teaching program is a hybrid program, and Master of Education program is 100% online. Both programs have synchronous and asynchronous aspects to the program. The Master of Arts in Teaching program, you will need 33 to 36 credits in order to graduate with that master's, and then the Master of Ed is 30 to 33 credits. Next slide, please. You also are able to pursue a graduate certificate in special ed, equity-centered education leadership, learning experience design, or teaching English learners. You can pursue these separately, or you can stack these into your Master of Education. And then along with getting the graduate certificate, if you pursue your teaching English learners or special ed graduate certificate, you can also earn Louisiana licensure, along with getting some things done required by the LDOE. Next slide, please. The SOPA learning experience is truly singular. It is one of the most interactive, engaging, and relevant online programs in higher education. There's situational topics to mimic real-world scenarios. And then it's a learning environment for every student learning style. As I said before, there's hybrid programming, they're in-person as well as online, and synchronous as well as asynchronous to suit everyone's lifestyle. Next slide.
We offer several layers of support for our students. Not only do we want students to join us and matriculate through our programs, but we also want them to have a great experience, and we want them to feel supported on this journey. So we offer quite a few options for support, and on the screen, these are just a few. Every student, even at the graduate level, it was assigned an academic advisor who you will be able to communicate with consistently. The academic advisor can help you prepare for the semester, as well as prepare kind of an outline of how you can take your courses in the upcoming semesters. As I mentioned before, we have awesome faculty who have experience within the industry. And our faculty members, though they expect students to come in, work hard, and put in their best work, they are also willing to help support students along the way. So one of the pieces of feedback that I am very proud of with our faculty is that the students always say that when they reach out to their instructors for support, some form of support is offered to them. But they just have to do their part. Within that support, you'll have a network of peers and Tulane alumni who you'll have access to. You also have access to our Career Advising Center, as well as our Academic Writing Center and other layers of support that we offer. Although we are housed in the School of Professional Advancement, there are other support pieces in other departments within the university that our students have access to. And so when you reach out to your academic advisor, that person will point you in the right direction depending on the support that you're seeking at that time. Affordability, which is a biggie. Everyone wants to know, how much is this going to cost them? So as you can see on the screen, our tuition for the MAT program and undergraduate program is $623 per credit. So once you enroll in one course, that's approximately $1,800. Tulane has committed to keeping the tuition affordable for the Masters of Arts in Teaching program. If you notice, it's the exact same tuition rate as the undergraduate courses. And that's a commitment to help evolve our community, because we know we need teachers. We have a teacher shortage just like everyone else. And so we want to make the credentials for people to become teachers more affordable, so that we are able to attract more people to earn these credentials and go out into our schools. The MAD and graduate certificates are still affordable. However, it is a little bit more expensive than the MAT program. And that's about $1,200 per credit hour. Each course in both of these programs are 3 credit hours each. We do offer financial aid. Most of the financial aid is housed within the Office of Financial Aid. And so once you get started in the admissions process and that sort of thing, you will also be assigned a financial aid counselor who can work with you to determine the levels of financial and types of financial aid that you will qualify for, and they can help you on that end. There are also a few additional pieces of financial aid that SOPA provides. One is the $1,500 transfer student scholarship. So if you're transferring from another university, there's a possibility that you could receive the $1,500 transfer scholarship. There's also the early enrollment scholarship, which Ginger will give some details about in a moment. But basically, if you apply, enroll, and register by a certain date, then you get an additional amount deducted from your tuition. There's also the $3,000 PTK Gap Scholarship for those who are a part of the PTK program from the community colleges. And last but not least, we have the 20% tuition discount. So as I mentioned, the MAT is roughly $1,800 per course. Well, if you apply for the tuition discount because you're working in a public school, you're military, you're an alumni of Tulane, you're coming from an HBCU or a minority serving institution, you are active or retired in public safety, such as firefighter, police officer, paramedics, or you are an adult over the age of 60, or you work as a New Orleans area public employee, then you would get the 20% off of your tuition. So you get the 20% off of the $1,800. In addition to those pieces, we work very closely with some of the other stakeholders in the community, such as Jefferson Parish Schools. They have a tuition reimbursement program for their employees, and we work very closely with them to make sure that their teachers are able to take advantage of that, so that they could earn their credentials and earn the tuition reimbursement through Jefferson Parish. We also have a SPED grant, which comes with a commitment to teach in New Orleans schools. So if you agree, or you commit rather, to teach 3 years in a public or charter school within Orleans Parish, you could possibly qualify for the SPED grant, which provides tuition waivers for all courses required in the MAT program. Next slide, please.
So as Claudine was saying, applications and registration is always the first step, right? And then you move into any kind of financial aid, whether it be SPED grant or federal financial aid. What you will need to apply is this website. You will complete your application and your application fees. I think you'll get a code at the end. That's why there's a little asterisk at the end that says application fee will be waived for attending this webinar. You will get a code in order to put that in so that you won't have to pay the $50 application fee. You will need an ID, and all transcripts must come from the institution itself, either mailed or there's electronic services these days. Next slide. And Claudine also mentioned early enrollment scholarships. So there is a one-time scholarship for undergraduates and graduates for enrolling early. You'll see the deadlines down at the bottom. So the spring registration deadline is January 1st, but if you apply and register before December 1st, as a master's degree candidate, you would get $500 off for that first semester's tuition. And for summer is May 1st, but if you apply and register by April 25th, and for fall, it's August 1st, but if you enroll and register by June 1st, you're eligible for those scholarships.
As Anne placed in the chat, because you are attending the webinar, once you submit your application, you will automatically receive the waiver on the admissions end. So they will not send out a code, but you will receive the waiver once you submit. Because once you attend the webinar, they place the code on your account automatically as opposed to sending it out to you. This slide provides information for the advisors for MAT and MED, which would be me, and for MAT, and Jennifer for MED. You could also reach out to Ginger if you had questions regarding how to get started with admissions, or just have additional questions about the programming. One thing that I do want to clarify, because we offer MAT and MED, MAT is an initial certification program through the state. So if you are seeking teacher certification to go into the classroom and teach, then you would likely be interested in the MAT program. However, if that's not your interest, MED will likely be a better option for you, but you can feel free to reach out to any of us on the call, and we'll help answer any questions to guide you to the program that's a better fit for you. Thank you for joining us this evening, and at this time, we will open the floor for questions.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, hi, how are you?
Pretty good, how are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Which is fun. Hi, so nice to meet you guys. I have a couple questions. How long in the MAT program is the residency?
The residency is 2 semesters, and that's a requirement from the state. So usually we will have students who start in the summer. And because you could take 9, maybe 12 hours in the summer, most of them will take advantage of that. And then they'll complete the additional coursework, such as the methods courses and that sort of thing. And then by the start of their second year, they can enter residency and complete residency. However, it does not have to be a 2-year program because we understand that not everybody can take the same load for their hours. So if you need to take longer to finish, that's acceptable also. We're pretty flexible in terms of whether or not a student wants to take the minimum of 3 credits or 9 credits per semester. So it really varies based on the need and the time commitment that the student can put in.
And for that SEED program, is that 2 years or is it 3 years? I've seen it said both ways.
For the seed grant?
Yeah, the SEED grant.
Okay, so the seed grant is actually a 3-year grant. However, we've already finished year 1 of the grant. Okay, so we have 2 years remaining in the grant. However, for those who are coming in and starting this academic year, Tulane is gonna commit to continuing the tuition waivers until the student finishes the program. So let's say you decide you want to start in the spring semester and you apply and accept the SEED grant. Then if you are not done by the time the grant is over, because it is a federal grant, so it has a pretty stiff deadline. If you're not done with your program by the time the grant ends, Tulane will continue to grant your tuition waivers so that you can still finish out your program and still have the benefit of the waivers.
I see.
Now, some of the other benefits of the SEED grant will no longer be available, but Tulane has committed to that part, the tuition waiver part.
And the agreement that you have to go and teach in a New Orleans school, is that a 2-year? That's a 2-year commitment?
Oh, the commitment. The commitment is 3 years. However, the 3 years starts with the residency year. So you complete your residency in a Orleans Parish school and then 2 years beyond the residency.
I see. Okay. Okay. I think that's the only questions I had.
All right. Thanks for your questions. Any other questions? Okay. Jennifer, Ginger, anything we need to add?
I think that pretty much covered it.
Yeah, if anyone has any MED questions or thinks of any later, you can feel free to email me.
And I'll put my email in the chat again, just for those that may have just shown up, so that you can call, I mean, talk to someone, email me if you need any more information.
Okay. Jila, I see you're joining us now, and you have some questions. I can stay on for a few minutes to answer some of those questions, or you can feel free to send an email to me, Jennifer, or Ginger, and we'll be happy to help. Sophia and Ryan, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to stay on for a few more minutes to see if we can answer some of Jila's questions, since she couldn't join when we initially started. And you're welcome to hang around to hear the questions, or you're free to disconnect. But thank you again for joining us. Jila, we're ready for your questions when you are, and I hope I'm saying your name correctly.
Yes, ma'am. I am so sorry. I left school so late due to the simple fact that grades are due tomorrow. So. Yes, ma'am.
We understand.
Yeah.
So
if there's a group of people that understands, it's us.
Right.
My apologies for my absentees, as you guys did do the presentation. But I do have a couple of questions. Now, let me see if I can show my face. Can you guys see me? Okay.
Yes, we can.
Okay. So what I want to say now, I do teach at KIPP. Do you guys have a program with KIPP a little bit? Maybe.
Trying. We're trying. I've been working with Scarlett Cornelius, trying to get to the schools. So we're trying to create like a pipeline for teacher candidates to become certified, go through the MAT. So I think I'm going to have a meeting with her either Tuesday or Wednesday next week. That's what I'm hoping for. But yeah, we have a relationship for sure.
Right.
Okay.
Even before Ginger successfully makes her her pipeline commitments with KIPP, KIPP is still considered a school in Orleans Parish. And so for teachers who are already teaching, we don't dictate that you have to be in a specific school. So if you're
Okay.
teaching somewhere where we don't have an official partnership as of today, then we still welcome you into the program, and we work with your school specifically once you start residency so that you can stay
Okay.
where you are and complete your residency. And
Okay.
we just work that partnership out with them when the time comes.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Another question. So I am actually in the School of Social Work at Tulane, but and I've been accepted, but I want to transfer over to get my master's in teaching. What's really my certificate in teaching. Do you guys know how I probably can do that transfer? I want to say I was doing the application for the SOPA program. I think what made me stop was the writing part. Writing my essay.
Gotcha. So if you haven't submitted the MAT application yet, then that's where you would start, just completing and submitting that that application.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
So have you already started the program in social work and you want to move to MAT, or were you applying for that one also?
So I'm in the program. With me transferring schools, I dropped my classes due to the fact of me, full-time teaching and running home from work to get back online on school, and I feel like I really do enjoy teaching. Well, not enjoy, I love to teach the students, and it's more about my impact, finding who I am, and being able to navigate. And it's more of the impact. And I feel like as a teacher, I will make more of an impact with my children as a teacher other than a social worker. So
Gotcha. Yeah. So you would just start by completing and submitting that the MAT application.
okay. Yes,
Mhm.
ma'am. Other than that, I really don't have any further questions. I am sorry for logging on so late. I am.
That's okay.
Um,
It's
so
okay.
Okay.
yeah, that's
So
it. I'm sorry.
I think, no, it's okay. I think I heard though that you were saying that are you saying that you wanted to enter the master's program, or that you wanted just to be certified as a teacher?
I definitely know I want to be certified for sure. I want to say in the state of Louisiana, New Orleans, you have to be within 3 years of teaching, you would need to be certified. And this is my second year. By year 3, I need to be enrolling in someone's program,
Got
especially if I'm going to continue it. So for right now, I definitely want to be certified in the elementary education area. So
Okay.
yeah,
Well, the
that's
MAT program would be the ideal route for you, because right
mm-hmm.
now the MAT program is the only initial certification option we have for those who already
Mm-hmm.
have a bachelor's degree. We
Right.
no longer have like the post-bac where you could just enroll and get certified. However, the MAT has all of the required certifications built in. So you're essentially
Okay.
doing the MAT and certification simultaneously.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. So in I want to say the SOPA is over the MAT teaching program, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Well, I think I would have to finish. And I think I'm gonna ask this question in reference to financial aid. Will I be able to go through the FAFSA and to pay for the program, or how would that go?
You would
Um,
probably qualify for the seed grant.
yeah, so
Okay.
you could definitely go through FAFSA if that's an option for you and that's something that you're interested in.
Mm-hmm.
But as Ginger mentioned, I would encourage you to apply for the seed grant if you plan to continue teaching in Orleans Parish, because it seems like that's your plan. And with the seed grant, all you can if you submit for the seed grant and are granted the benefits of that grant, you would qualify for tuition waivers for all of the MAT courses, which means you won't have to pay tuition out of pocket. You would only be responsible for the fees, and the fees are like
Okay.
$50 per course.
Oh, look at the Lord. and and you guys said the SEED grant, like SEED grant? Or
Yes.
okay, I just want to make sure I'm writing. Okay, I see the screen. Oh no,
Yeah,
Jay, where'd that
and
go?
you can email either me or Dr. Davis about more information about that if you're interested, because I think that if you're planning to stay a teacher
Right.
in New Orleans, then I think that is you applying. There is some writing involved, but
Right.
we can work something out there. We can figure out a way to get you through that part.
Right.
Okay.
But definitely reach out to us if you have additional questions there, because it is a beneficial program if, in fact, you plan to stay in, you plan to continue to teach in Orleans Parish.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Because it's
Okay.
a commitment of your residency year,
Mm-hmm.
and then 2 years following your residency. So essentially you teach 3 years, and that's your commitment to earning the tuition waivers for the MAT program.
Right. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Okay. Well, I think I need to, in order for me to start in the spring, what would probably be the deadline? I want to say that writing part is the only thing. And I put it in my notes when I type, so I can make sure, I get to that writing essay to finish it. That's it. And I'm done. It's just Java, and see with these nails on my finger, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't type nothing in the world. I'm making all kind of excuses, and I tell my children, don't make no excuses.
I would
When will be
encourage
the
you
last
to
day to
apply
apply?
by December 1st. And I'll tell you
Okay.
why, because once you apply by December 1st, there's also a SPED application. It's not a lengthy application, but an application is required. And that application will also have a deadline. Okay.
Okay.
The reason, again, I encourage December 1st is because with SPED, we only have a limited number of spots that are available. And so
Mm-hmm.
you have a better chance of being, of having one of those spots available to you when you apply sooner than later.
Okay, you know what? If that's the only part I need to get it done, Java. If that's what you want to do, get it done. What I have to take, I wouldn't say Praxis 2. I don't need to take Praxis 2 to be submitted into the program, but before I need to go ahead and get that finished.
Correct. You don't need any test scores to be admitted to the program, including Praxis 2. However, once you're admitted, we'll talk about your deadline for completing Praxis 2.
Okay.
And
Now,
we
do you
also
guys,
offer
I'm
Praxis
sorry.
support. So we have Praxis 2 versions of Praxis support that we offer at no additional cost to all of our teaching candidates.
Oh, that's perfect. I know Khan Academy. I have Khan Academy on my phone, and I kind of prep with that just a little bit, not a lot, but just a little bit.
Okay.
So, okay. I think that's everything in reference to the SEED application. That's through you all, or that's
So
something
once you
separate?
go through the admissions process, and let me just give you a little bit more detail about that really quickly. You submit your application. Because you attended the webinar, you'll likely get the application waiver. Once you are admitted, you will be sent information regarding an enrollment fee. The enrollment fee is $200. And then once you submit that enrollment fee, that's your commitment that you are going to enroll in our program. And so everybody who completes the entire admissions process, which includes submitting the enrollment fee, then once the SEED application becomes available, we send it out to everyone who's already enrolled for the spring semester. Okay,
Okay.
so that will
Yes,
come
ma'am.
from us, and it will be additional after the admissions process is complete.
Okay, no problem. Okay. And I think this is my last question, and I know I should have done my research. In regards to the length of the program, how long?
It really varies based on the student need. We have
Mhm.
some students who can finish in 2 years if they commit to enrolling in courses over the summer. Like we have some students who started this past summer. Once they get through this academic year and next summer, they'll be enrolled in residency next academic year in fall of 24. So it
Okay.
really varies on depending on the student and the commitment, the time commitment that they have to give to the courses.
Okay, perfect. Perfect.
So it can be
Perfect.
2 years, but it doesn't have to be. We have some people who definitely take longer than the 2 years, but the shortest time possible is 2 years.
2 years. Okay. Yes,
Mhm.
ma'am. And as we speak on residency, that will probably be the location where you decide to teach, or
Right. For teachers
okay.
for those who are practicing teachers, if you're already teaching at a school, then we work something out with your school so that you can remain there and complete your residency. We won't place you at another school to complete residency.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I have no further questions. This was awesome. I have no further questions. And I will be reaching out to you all. I think I need to get my lazy behind. I should have did it over fall break, but go ahead and get the writing part of the essay out the way now.
Okay. Well,
Like
thank
we
you for
said, before
joining us
December the 1st.
and for your questions. Remember, yes, December 1st. And if you have any additional questions, you can feel free to send us an email and we'll be happy to help.
Okay, thank you guys so much. You guys enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
You too.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.